Welcome to Just Met. This is a podcast where we will discuss about medicine, education, and technology. I am your host, Jeno Manickkam Durairaj, and in every episode, we'll meet experts who are driving this industry forward. I hope you're all excited for this. Let's get started. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Jeno.
Very glad to host you today.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna start with a fundamental question. This is based off my understanding of you.
Sure.
Whenever you come to our office, you always don't fail to inspire all of our guys and girls. And you always carry a socio-moral fundamental backbone when you come in, and people, you pass it on to our people in a much more simpler way. So what is your philosophical what is the underlying philosophy which you follow, and how does it come to you so naturally?
Thank you. That was a very interesting question. So to me, Inspira is all about an inspired era of people. I believe everyone has a leader inside, and it's just the matter of fact when that leader is going to come out. It could be like a seed germinating. So every time I travel somewhere, to me personally, I wish someone was there inspiring and motivating me right through my journey, which is what I'm now sharing with the world. So somewhere, you never know that one word of inspiration or one word of encouragement can make a huge difference in people's life, and that too in the healthcare field. I think it's very, very important that wherever you go, you carry positivity along with you. That's something that I wanted for myself, which I'm now sharing with the world. So it's not a conscious choice, but somewhere I believe that just encouraging people and seeing the good in them or helping them become better versions of themselves is something that I'm very passionate about. So that is why you see that.
Amazing, Sharmila. To follow up on this, so how would you define a wholesome life? Because you have spoken about it many times, so we'd like to know again, how would you define a wholesome life? Taking work, healthcare a little bit out of it.
So to me, a wholesome life is when you actually are not working, when you are so engrossed in what you're doing that work doesn't feel like work, that you're so happy to get up every single day to make a difference in someone's life, and you're also happy at home, you're happy outside, you're basically just happy as a person, and you know that you're creating an impact in someone else's life. That's a wholesome life, and it's very nice that in the healthcare field that you're able to do it every single day. It's not that you just have to be a doctor and you're taking care of patients, that is the only time you're being wholesome. Not like that. The person who greets you at the door when you're entering in a hospital, it starts there. If that person can give you a smile, he's making that whole journey nice. So when every person, whatever they are doing, they love what they're doing, and they know that that work is impacting someone's life very, very positively, I think that's a wholesome life. And you're able to have that happiness and take it back home with you. Good night's rest, wholesome life.
I think you are a living example of what you're saying. Let's move on a little bit to your work, career. So, entrepreneurs, me being an entrepreneur myself, people call us crazy.
Of course.
We have goals which people think are unattainable, and we gun towards it. From being a medical professional, a medical doctor, to an entrepreneur, to top it, social entrepreneur, which is a different level of crazy again. So how did it work out for you?
Well, you're right on saying that entrepreneurship is a bug. It comes in, it makes you crazy, and it makes everyone around you wonder why you are so crazy. But somewhere it's something that you know and you feel. To me, entrepreneurship was more like me becoming pregnant all over again. I knew that the child was there inside. I knew that I had to nurture the child. I knew the world was not going to see it yet, till the child is delivered. And it's not, the best part is when the child is delivered, work is not done. The work is only begun, because then you have to nurture the child all the more to make it independent. So it happened by chance for me. It's not like I wanted to become an entrepreneur, nothing like that. I just one day went out into the community to provide healthcare to the masses. This was in the northern part of India, more like an urban slum area in the Delhi NCR region. I go into the community and healthcare is not even an option there. Education is not even an option there. Healthcare and education to me are rights that everyone should have. So how do you take the, it's more like reaching the unreachable. If you can take education to the last mile, if you can take healthcare to the last mile, then that makes a difference. So that's how the entrepreneurship journey started. GE Healthcare was looking for someone in Tamil Nadu to help them take skilling to the grassroots level and create meaningful opportunity. And for me, it was something that I was passionate about. Creating meaningful opportunities can transform an entire generation. And if you're able to skill a woman, you transform the whole country. So that's how we started. I started working at the grassroots level, creating these meaningful opportunities. And I'm sure as an entrepreneur, you know that all that is fine, but you still need to pay the bills. Yes. So that was a very tough part for me, because I didn't really have someone supporting me, and because it was as Indian families, they want you to be safe, they want you to be protected, and they keep you safe and protected inside the golden cage, and I had to step out of the golden cage. So it was all the more challenging, and that's when I started working with the classes to take care of the masses. So it was complete jugaad. I tried to make things work, and over the years the whole thing has changed, evolved. Now I work with colleges and help them create these innovations on the ground. So it's still been a work in progress journey, Jeno. I'm still learning. Love the craziness.
So 2 solid points I'm taking out. One is the analogy between pregnancy and entrepreneurship that hit me really hard now. And the second one, even if it is a golden cage, it's a cage.
It's still a cage.
So I think we both are venturing out of that.
Yes.
So all 3 founders of MediSim, we all think you're great, interesting. What do you think about the 3 of us individually?
Oh, I love you guys. I absolutely,
that's a given.
That's a given. I do, because I see that I see the young India in you. You know, when everyone is saying that India is leading South Asian countries in teen suicide rates, when there's no role models for youngsters, I see all the 3 of you as bold, respectful young men who have head on their shoulders and feet on their ground, meaning you're very rooted in your values, the upbringing that you have, and you're still able to share it with the world. And the product that you've created, like first day I said, it's going to change the way medical education is taught in India. I still believe that it's very important what you guys are doing. You started off in a very simple, small ways, but you're not just going to change the way medical education is taught in India, but around the world. And to me, it's so humbling to be a part of your journey. And when you're up there, I'd be so happy to stand down here and cheer for you, because that's how important work you guys are doing.
Honestly, it's humbling for us to work with you and also to go through the journey as a team, as a company, and to be able to deliver these products to students and to be able to experience how it changes their lives. I think it's a beautiful journey altogether.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, speaking about products.
Yes.
You have been already doing the transformation part using Inspira as a platform, transforming healthcare education. How does VR, virtual reality as a technology sit in? And what kind of impact do you think this can make to the already efficient work Inspira is doing?
That's really nice to hear it that way. To me, every student is very unique. Their learning ability is very unique. Having said that, if you put all students through one education system, which is rote learning, and having them mug up and replicate it, not every student is going to be able to complete that system coming out feeling like they've done something good or they've learned a lot from it. So it's teaching is great, but is the learning happening simultaneously is a question mark. So that's where I see MediSim VR playing a very important role in learning of the students, because it goes in, puts the student in an immersive environment, takes all the senses and makes sure that the senses are fully active. So the student is not passively learning, but the student is actively learning in the whole process. The student is knowing where he is going wrong or she is going wrong, and has also been given a positive feedback how they can make it better. In a society, as a society, we are very, very sure about finding fault with the child, because we want the child to be good, great. But you find fault with the child, but you never tell the child how they can make it better, which is what VR is doing in a very respectful manner. So I think for the new age learner who have an attention of a goldfish, I mean 30 seconds they can't stay on one reel, they have to swipe it and go to the next one. For a learner like that, we definitely need a platform like VR coming in to make the learning enjoyable. Once they start enjoying it, you can never stop the student from learning and wanting to grow more. So we all want to succeed in our life, which means the tools that we use should be helping us. And I see MediSim VR as an amazing tool to help not just the student, but the faculty, the doctors, the nurses, and even the patients have a meaningful experience in their journey.
That's a very detailed.
You didn't realize it.
I never thought I will get this, but
Yes.
okay. Moving on to the next question again. I have been following you on Instagram. All of us at MediSim VR,
Okay.
and we watch your reels, and the problems you tackle there, like generation gap, parenting. I always was jealous of Ashley. Like she has got a cool mom who understands. Can you emphasize on the importance of parenting and new age or new gen parenting, and how it could impact the next generation?
Absolutely. I think parenting is a very important topic, and unfortunately, no child is born with a user's manual, and no parent comes with a user's manual as well. So we are all learning on the job. So it's one thing that I feel that parents should be aware of in the new generation is just because we are a parent doesn't mean we are always right. Doesn't mean that our child has to always listen. So if we are able to give that space for error and the humility to go and ask sorry when you're wrong, you being a role model to your child is very important. And I'll tell you how my journey started was Ashley was 3 years old when I left here, and I went to the US to do my MBA. And when I graduated, she was watching me live on internet from India. It was middle of the night, and this girl, after I got my outstanding student award, I come back, she tells me, "Mummy, I want to be like you." To me, that was a huge statement. Till that time, I've only heard from everyone, "You're not good enough, you need to be better, you need to do well, you're not doing this." So everything that was not all right about me was what I've heard till then. The day my daughter told me, "I want to be like you," the responsibility that came in was huge. So ever since, it's helped me. Everything that I do, I just have the question: Am I okay with my daughter knowing that I'm doing this? So that's how it started. And somewhere I think to teenagers these days, as parents, we need to start becoming friendly parents. I'm not saying become a friend, because that's not right. You can never be their friend, but you can be a friendly parent and give them the space to grow, the space to come talk to you about their deepest, darkest fears and secrets. If they're able to do that with you, I think you've won half the battle, because the world outside uh, is ready to give that shoulder or the drug or the comfort that they are not finding at home. So, as to the parents' advantage, it's very important that we give the space for the child to have a hot conversations. That's what I say. It's the honest and open talk that they're able to have with their children without judgment, which helps them uh, be a human first, make some mistakes. We've all, as parents, done enough mistakes in our life. We're just pretending to be okay. We're not. We've done enough of mistakes. So, with that humility, if we are able to approach our children, I think they will be able to first be humans, and come to us. For me, I would be okay for my daughter to make 100 mistakes and come to me rather than go somewhere else and get into more trouble, So that's where we started, and we seem to be and every time I have a conversation with her, I learn something new about her. And I think she learns a little bit about me as well. So still work in progress, mommy.
It's awesome. I have a 2-year-old, so that is going to help.
You can be a work in progress daddy. Yeah.
So your career, your journey as a whole has been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of changes, like you said. How do you manage work-life balance, and how do you make sure you don't burn out?
Okay. There is no work-life balance. That's a myth. I am working. Entrepreneurship is great because you are working the whole time. You don't really have time off and all of that. So what I did was I made sure my daughter also became an entrepreneur. So she's also working the whole time along with me.
I think the motivation part worked really well. She's continuing what you're doing.
Continuing what I'm doing. So it's just that having your children as part of your journey, apart from your journey, Marila, if you can have them as a part of your journey, they are seeing what you're doing. They're also learning, they're growing along with you. You are also involved in their life. To me, that's balance. I mean, I would not trade anything to go visit my daughter in school or take her out for a. And we also have this mom-daughter dates that we go every week somewhere we are going or the other, where I allow her to speak. I shut up and listen. In my motherly instinct, I want to give her a lot of advice, but it won't work. So I just shut up and I listen. I let her talk, and in that talk is where I really understand what's going on in her life. So to me, just consciously creating time slots, just like I have a meeting. If I have to come to you, I have a meeting, I have another meeting. All of this I schedule. So why not schedule that time with family also to make time for that? So to me, that is balance. I don't know if I have hit the balance or not, but I'm consciously taking time out for my daughter, and we are planning a vacation soon.
Awesome.
Yes.
So the last question.
Yes, sir.
What is for the future? I mean, you have done it all. Here in India, doctor, internationally, MBA, entrepreneur, inspiring people, changing women's life. What next?
Somewhere I believe India has a lot to offer to the world. We are not a country of snake charmers. I'm very, very strong about that. So if I can take the best of India, like I can take MediSim VR and showcase it to the world, I would love to do that. And I'd love to bring the best of the world to India as well. Not everyone is fortunate enough to be able to travel and study and spend that money. So I'm working on creating opportunities where I can bring the globe into India, into the classrooms, so students can get a flavor of it. Likewise, take the best of India and share it out with the world. I think that will be a nice dream, nice next step.
Great, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jeno. Lovely as always.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Just Met today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you found value in this episode, please like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. So until next time, stay curious, and we'll soon catch up in the next episode.